I don't know if other stations are like this. I assume they are, but like the whole thing, everyone like every time you like sign a paper, you like put your finger on like this little thing and like it scans your fingerprint. That's your signature. So you take your fingerprint like a bunch of times. It's kind of cool because like there's a screen and like you put your finger down and like it shows your print and it tells you like to move it like up or down or whatever. And like I got pretty damn good at it. Like I was like boop and it was like granted. But later on they I think after I had to go talk to my liaison dude to do more paperwork, and then so finally I went and chilled. One of my other friends ended up being there for the Navy, and so I talked to him for a little bit while I waited for my recruiter to come. So I waited outside for a little bit, and then I finally went home. But I ended up being there. I got to my house I think at like 5:30 or 6. Like after I drove back from the MEPS station. Or not the MEP station, the recruiter station. But it was a long day. But it's mostly just waiting around, answering the same questions over and over and over again. And pretty much just, I don't know, dealing with those grumpy-ass Department of Defense people. People are assholes. Which is kind of weird, because it's like they're not... a lot of the people that work in... the MEPS station, not a lot of them are like in the military, but a lot of them are just hired by the Department of Defense. Like they're not military; they just work for the Department of Defense, and they're fucking assholes. Those people are the worst. Everybody that I've talked to, both times I went there for the ASVAB and for my physical and everything, those people were so rude for no fucking reason too. You're like, what is your fucking problem? But anyway. I guess I better get used to it. But, yeah, so, got my contract. Oh, and I guess with my contract, too, I got like a $2,000 bonus, which is, wasn't expecting one at all, so $2,000 is good. And, I ship out September 14th, 2010 to, Fort Benning, Georgia. And for that, I will be, I guess how that will work. I'll go to Fort Benning for, OSUT, I don't know how you say it, one station, one unit training, something like that, and, but that's like, so, instead of like going somewhere else for AIT, it's like all one thing, so I stay there for basic and for AIT, and after that, I'll go to airborne school, which is also at Fort Benning, and then I will go to, RASP, which is, Ranger Assessment Selection Process, I think, which is like it picks, it's like, it like weeds out the people, I guess, that they don't want to be Rangers, or that can't be Rangers, I guess, like, it's kind of like, but if you get through that, well, I guess you are technically a Ranger, but, if you get through that, then you get sent to, well, the RASP is also in Fort Benning, by the way. So after you do that, you get sent to the 75th Regiment, which is Ranger Regiment. I think if I said all that regiment shit right. But then, so like I guess I would technically be a Ranger, even though I didn't go to Ranger, because RASP is not Ranger school. There's a difference. RASP means you are, I don't know how to explain it. You can go to, there's RASP, which is to make sure you can go into Ranger school, and then there's Ranger school, which is after you go through Ranger school and graduate that, you have the Ranger tab, and like, you're like 100% like a Ranger. It's weird, that whole Ranger thing, and like the tabs, and if you have, like, you can go to Ranger school and have a Ranger tab, but you're not, but if you're not in the Ranger regiment, like, you don't wear, like, the tan beret and, like, stuff like that. It's weird. But, so anyway, if, after RASP, after I passed that, I would get sent to the Ranger regiment, which I'm pretty sure is in Fort Benning also. And then, I would have like a tambourine and all that shit, and I would technically be a ranger, and then sometime like my contract guarantees me a spot for like RASP and ranger school. So sometime I would go to it could be right after RASP or it could be not for like a year or two, but I would go to ranger school, and if I like made it through ranger school, which I heard RASP is actually harder than ranger school now, because RASP used to be RIP, which was like Ranger Initiation Process or something like that. But it's RASP is longer, and I guess it's longer and harder now or something like that. I don't know, but yeah. So I would go to RASP. I would go to Fort Benning. I would fucking be there forever. But anyway, that's pretty much all that stuff. I guess this video might have to be like 3 or 4 parts, but I guess if you guys have any questions, I'll try to answer them. It's not like I don't know. I don't know what kind of questions you guys would have, but there's like 1,000 videos about like physicals and stuff like that. But I'll answer whatever questions you guys have. So hope you enjoyed it.